Hi, my name is Jamie Rue, and today's the second day of NaNoWriMo. So I didn't make a video yesterday because my college applications were due, and I kind of a little bit hadn't done most of my supplements, so I had to do those. If you don't know what NaNoWriMo is, you should probably watch my last video, but NaNoWriMo, essentially, to recap, is a month where you try to write a 50,000 word novel. Okay, so last night I got to around 2,000 something words. I don't remember exactly what it was. I think it was 2,400 something. Now I am at 2,726 words. By midnight I should have, I'm aiming 4,000-ish words. I don't know that that's going to happen, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do the NaNoWriMo tag today. Now I've done the NaNoWriMo tag before, so some of the answers are going to be the same because the tag doesn't change, and also the first novel you wrote doesn't change. So I'm gonna do that now. Question 1. How many times have you done NaNoWriMo? So this is my 4th time doing NaNoWriMo. I've done it 3 times before. I started my freshman year of high school. I am now a senior, hoping for a 4-peat win. I'm going to get there. I literally do not care what I need to do this month in order to get to 50,000. I'm going to do it. Question 2. How did you first find out about NaNoWriMo? Okay, so last year I said that Christina Horner had probably first introduced me to it. She's a YouTuber, by the way, in case you don't know. But now I think it might have been John Green. I think it had to have been because I watched the Vlogbrothers before I watched Christina Horner. I watched like all of their videos, and he has one about NaNoWriMo, so probably from John Green. But Christina Horner is kind of who made me really want to do it, mostly because of her NaNoWriMo song. Question 3. What was the name of the first novel you attempted during NaNoWriMo? The name of the first novel I attempted was The Stage. It had nothing to do with stages. To clarify a little more, it was about a aerial silk performer who breaks her ankle and ends up having to room with her friend in New York for a couple months, and while she's there she runs into her ex-boyfriend. That was the basic general gist of that novel. It was not good. Question 4. Give us a 1-sentence summary of what you're writing this year. I am normally really bad with 1-sentence summaries, but I have one this year because I was trying to plan, which did not go well, but I was trying to plan, and I was trying to use Randy Ingerman's snowflake method, which, again, didn't go well. But I did get something out of it, and that's a summary. Sorta. It's a really bad summary, to be fair. A 17-year-old girl who sold her soul to a demon when she was a child tries to get her soul back. Question 5. What is the best writing advice you've ever been given? I don't necessarily think this is the best writing advice I've been given. I think this is some of the best advice in general I might have been given, is to not listen to what every single person says to you. You might be the type of person that asks a lot of people for feedback, and when you do that, sometimes your writing can get boring. Sometimes those people are wrong. Like, too much of a good thing is a bad thing, right? But asking for too much advice from another person could end up making your novel average, which is not what you want necessarily. You want your novel to stand out. Maybe one of your critique partners doesn't like that one thing that you did, but you really like it, and none of your other critiquing partners have commented on it. Leave it. There are qualifiers here. I'm not arguing against editors, but I think you should take people's advice with a grain of salt sometimes. Like, you need to think about what your critique partners, your beta readers, your editors say to you, and then ask yourself if it makes sense. Question 6. Did you ever take a year off from Nano, and why? No, I have not taken a year off from NaNoWriMo, and I don't plan to. NaNoWriMo is one of the only times of the year that I could actually sit down and write. I do, but not that often. My past year has been dedicated mostly to editing. I don't really write during the year. I don't have the discipline. I don't have the time or the patience. NaNoWriMo helps me make time. This is my favorite time of year. So no, I have not taken off NaNoWriMo, and I don't plan to. Question 7. What is your biggest inspiration when figuring out what to write? I don't really have an inspiration. I actually hate the word inspiration. I draw ideas from several different places. Sometimes I'm thinking in the shower, sometimes I had a dream, sometimes my friends and I will be talking about something and something really cool will come up. Sometimes I'm listening to a song and I come up with a story idea. There's nothing that inspires me to write. There are things that happen where I'm like, that would be a cool story, and then I write it. Question 8, read us the first sentence from one of your novels. Okay, so the first sentence of the book I'm currently writing is, she wasn't quite sure why exactly she had to be there. I might switch exactly and why actually, right now. Yeah, there you go. Question 9, why do you love writing? I don't love writing. I can say that pretty definitively. I kind of hate writing sometimes. Of course, writing has its moments. There are these times when you're writing and everything's going perfectly and you feel this calm euphoria settle in and you're like, oh gosh, this is why I do this. That doesn't happen often. Most of the time, I'm just crying on the inside. I write because I like to read. And sometimes things I read haven't been made yet. And then I gotta take matters into my own hands and go, you know what? I want to read this. Hasn't been made yet. I'm gonna make it myself. I write because I love to read. As to why I love to read, story for another time. For those of you who are doing NaNoWriMo, if you want any sort of like motivational message every once in a while from me, add me as a buddy on NaNoWriMo. The link is in the description. I did that for some people yesterday. I don't know how often I'm going to be able to do that, but I'm going to try to do it every single day. If you are on the fence about doing NaNoWriMo, I think you should do it. No matter who you are, no matter what you think you're doing this month, I don't think there's any harm in trying it, and you can certainly catch up on day 2. So I wish anyone doing NaNoWriMo the best of luck. I'm gonna get back to writing. Alright, bye.